Hey everyone, welcome to Cara's Cucina. I'm Cara Di Falco. Today I am going to be showing you how to make my Mediterranean spiced breakfast potatoes. Great food isn't just about good ingredients and knowing how to cook, it's about telling the story of the food. To make our potatoes, I'm going to be using yellow skin potatoes, and what I've done to prep them is I pierced them with a fork and I part-cooked them in the microwave for about 3 minutes per side so that the potatoes start to cook, because to cook a potato fully in a pan takes a very long time. So we want to kind of speed up the process just a little bit. So these are just part-cooked. I'm going to be using sunflower oil today, and I'm also going to be using a cast iron skillet. So sunflower oil is a great, actually heart-healthy oil that maintains or withstands a higher temperature than olive oil does. So it's a good alternate for something like this because we want those potatoes to get nice and crispy on the outside. And I'm using cast iron not only for its great cooking qualities, good conduction of heat, but if you are a vegetarian and you're a little lacking in iron, when you cook in cast iron, the iron actually goes off into your food a little bit. So it's a great way to get that essential mineral into your diet if it's something that you're not eating. On top of all that, I'm using some wonderful spices that are all going to be anti-inflammatory. So we're using cumin, coriander, smoked paprika, turmeric, and a little bit of cardamom along with some salt on our potatoes. So this is going to be that Mediterranean, North African kind of spice flavor that we're going to use on these potatoes. And again, I'm using yellow potatoes. So I'm going to start by heating up my sunflower oil in the pan. And we want it to have a nice coating in there. So probably about a 1/4 cup of the oil. I know it seems like a lot. You're not going to be consuming all that oil, but potatoes do need a lot because they absorb a bit. We don't want them to stick to the pan or burn. So we're going to let that start to heat up, and we're going to cube up our potatoes. We have our potatoes all chopped up. Our oil's nice and hot, so we are going to get these into our pan. We want to try to get these into as much of a flat layer as we can. Already starting to sizzle, getting oil on myself. We're going to season them right away. So we'll do salt, cumin, coriander. And guys, as always, if you don't like any of these spices or you don't like the flavor profile, feel free to change it, omit some, add something else in. It's really up to you. That's always the beauty of making your own food. But this is a great place to start, and this is something I like. Smoked paprika. Turmeric. And a bit of cardamom. We're going to give these a good stir to get them nice and coated in those spices. Normally when I make these at home for just one person and I have a smaller pan, I'll just shake the pan. Once you've got everything mixed and blended into your spices, you want to again try to get your potatoes as close to a single layer as possible. And we're just going to let these cook over medium-high heat. Keep checking them every couple of minutes. It's probably going to take them about 10 minutes or so, or just under, to start to crisp up on the one side, and then we'll mix them again and start to let them crisp up on the other side. So as I check some of these potatoes here in the center, I can see that they've already gotten a nice golden brown color to them. They're crispy, so we're going to toss all of these. Yeah, there we go. We're going to get them back into a flat layer. We're going to do our best to keep the cooked parts facing up now. And we're going to let them cook on the other side. So we gave our potatoes a final toss. Most of them have at least one crispy side. You can actually even hear a little bit, or I can feel it with the spoon when I'm stirring them, that they've become nice and crispy. So at this point, again, I'm using my slotted spoon now. We are going to start pulling them out of here, and we're going to put them on a platter. And the reason I want them on a platter is I don't want them to steam. So if you pile them up in a bowl, then they'll become soft again from their own steam. But this way, the air kind of helps keep them nice and crispy. that is it for my Mediterranean spiced breakfast potatoes. This is a really basic recipe, but you can expand it out and beef it up as much as you want to. So maybe we want to throw some onion in here with this, or you could even put some white beans. If you were a meat eater, you could slice up some chorizo and put that with this, and then an egg on top as well. There's a lot of options here, but again, this is a really great basic recipe for a breakfast potato. Serve this for breakfast or brunch, or you can even serve them for dinner as well. They have a lot of flavor and they're absolutely delicious. That is it for this week, guys. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and make sure you follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Cara Di Falco so you never miss a recipe or any of the live events that I have coming up. I'll see you guys next time. Bon appetit.